everyone! Thanks for joining me today. It's Brittany from the Fredericton Regional Family Resource Center. I thought I would do a little video with you all today and make some bird feeders. Now that it's starting to get a little warmer out there, I thought we'd make this craft, and then if you guys follow along and make the craft with me, you can go and hang it outside for the birds. Alright, so the first thing you're going to need is a pine cone, some peanut butter, and some bird seed. So I went ahead and poured some bird seed in this container. I don't think it really matters what type of bird seed you use. Different type of seed will attract different types of birds. This is just cheap bird seed from the dollar store, but it should still attract some birds. And then after we make our pine cone bird feeder, we're going to make another one using some Cheerios and a pipe cleaner. So first we'll start with our pine cone one. So we're going to take a pine cone and we are going to attach some ribbon or some string to it. All I have is ribbon right now, so this is what I'm going to use. So I'll show you this one. I tied some ribbon to it so I can hang, and I left the string nice and long so I can tie it on a branch or something else so it can hang like this. I didn't do anything fancy to tie it on. I just wrapped it around some of those little parts there and tied it a couple times so it's not going to come off when the birds start eating on it. And I've also, if you noticed, put some paper, not paper towel, but a newspaper down because it can be a little messy, and that's fine. I'm just going to roll up my sleeves. And I'm going to use a butter knife. You can use your fingers if you want. I'm just going to use a butter knife because it's a little less messy. And we're going to open our peanut butter. I just grabbed smooth peanut butter rather than crunchy. And wild butter would probably also work if anyone has any allergies to peanut butter. It's basically just going to make the pine cone sticky so that the bird seeds will stick to it. So we're going to take a big glob of peanut butter. We're going to make sure we don't get it all over our string. And we are going to try to spread it in the cracks of our pine cone. So I may have put a little bit too much on there, but that's okay. I'll probably still like it. It may also attract raccoons, so if that happens, I apologize. So we're just going to spread the peanut butter all the way around. Try to get it in those little crevices. If you do use a butter knife, you can kind of use it to push down and get all the peanut butter in all the creases, which is nice. Might be a little bit harder with fingers. Here. So now that you've got peanut butter all over your pine cone, one side of mine has a little bit more than the other, but that's okay. I'm going to dip it in my bowl of bird seed and get lots of bird seed all around it. That's why I put it in a bowl, so it would be a little bit easier rather than pouring the bird seed on. There we go. It is covered. There's one spot at the top where I'm going to add maybe a little bit more peanut butter. Sprinkle that on there. And there you go. This doesn't quite look like a pine cone anymore, but it's got lots of bird seed on there. So it should be good to feed the birds, and hopefully they like it. So I'm going to put that one aside right now and put it in a container. And I will put it outside when it gets a little bit nicer out. It's a little rainy at the moment. Okay, so we're gonna make our next bird feeder. So I've got some Honey Nut Cheerios, Regular Cheerios is probably best. I only have Honey Nut Cheerios at the moment, so that's what I'm using, but the birds would probably eat both. I've got a pipe cleaner. You could also use a string if you want, if you don't have any pipe cleaners at home. What I like about the pipe cleaners is you can make different little shapes, or you could like twirl it around and make it different. You could kind of make it however you want. So I'm going to make two. I'm going to make one that's swirly and maybe one that's a circle. So I'm going to put a little circle at the end of this one, my little swiggly one, so the Cheerios don't fly off. And I'm just going to string my Cheerios on there. And the fun part about this craft, especially if you have some little ones, Cheerios is safe to eat. And it also acts as a sensory motor activity because it does take a little bit of hand-eye coordination to string the Cheerios on there. And if they end up eating the craft, that's fine too. Makes a nice little snack. So I'm just going to pause the video and I'm going to string these all up here and I'll show you when I'm all done. Alright, so I finished stringing all of my Cheerios on my yellow one, and I put a little loop at one end and a little one at the other one so the Cheerios don't fall off, and then I made sure it was in a nice little spiral. You can basically make it in any shape you want, and then I made a round one, which I basically just spun once I had all the Cheerios on there, and then you can spin it onto a branch if you want. And it's there for the birds to eat. So I'm going to put these aside and I'll put those outside later and hopefully attract some birds. So thank you guys for joining me for this little bird feeder craft. I hope you guys all enjoyed, and post some pictures below if you guys tried it and made it at home as well. Alright, I'll see you next week.
Hi, and good morning, everybody, and happy Friday. This is Alyssa from the Fredericton Regional Family Resource Center, and today I will be reading you a story. This video will be staying on our page, so feel free to come back to it whenever you'd like. So today's story is Who Hops by Katie Davis. Who hops? Frogs hop and rabbits hop. Kangaroos hop and cows hop. Wait, do cows hop? No, they don't. Cows moo and give milk, but they don't hop. It would never work, he says. Who flies? Birds fly and bats fly. Flies fly and rhinos fly. Wait, what? Do rhinoceroses fly? Guess we'll have to find out. No, they don't. Rhinos eat grass and take lots of baths, but they don't fly. Great, now you tell me, he says. Who slithers? Salamanders slither and snakes slither. Snails slither and elephants slither. Do you think elephants can slither? No, they don't. No, they can't slither. Me slither? Come on, you're cracking me up. Stop, I can't take it anymore. Elephants have hairy babies and wiggly trunks, but they don't slither. Look at him, he's laughing so hard. Who swims? Goldfish swim and sharks swim. Whales swim and anteaters swim. Anteaters? Do you think they can swim? No, they don't. Anteaters eat ants and have long, sticky tongues, but they don't swim. I just ate, so I really shouldn't go swimming anyway, he says. Who crawls? Spiders crawl and crabs crawl. crocodiles crawl, and giraffes crawl. Giraffes? Do giraffes crawl? No, they don't. Not a good idea, he says. Look what happens. Giraffes eat leaves and have really tall babies, but they don't crawl. Who hops and flies and slithers and swims and crawls? Who can do all of those things? Do you have any ideas? You do. You can do all of those things. You can slither, you can hop, you can swim, you can fly on the swings, and you can crawl. Wow, all those things you can do. What a great book. Have you done any crawling, any swimming, any hopping? Let me know, guys. And what other books have you been reading? Let me know in the comments below. I hope you enjoyed this story, and tune in next time. See you guys.
Hi everyone, it's Amanda from the Family Resource Center again. I have a few things to try to keep the kiddos busy. I know we've been gone for quite a while, so we are probably trying to come up with some new ideas, so I hope these are new. The first one's with paper towel. So if you take just a piece of the bigger sheets, cut them in half, and then you just fold them. You don't have to be an artist, which that's what I love about this, because drawing is not my thing. But when you draw one thing on the outside, like the smiley face, and then you draw the sun on the inside, when you place it into the glass jar like this with water, then the sun will come through the paper. So I did a couple different ones. I've done the sun. This one here is just the outside, and then when you put it in, it shows the flower. And the last one, this one's just the lines, and you put it in, and there's clouds on top of it. So that's really easy, and they can draw whatever they'd like on and see if it comes through when you put it into the water. The second one we're going to do is called cloud dough. So cloud dough consists of cornstarch and hair conditioner and food coloring. So I like to put the food coloring right into my hair dye first so that it doesn't dye your hands. Stir it up so that it's whatever color that you want it. Pretty much equal parts of both of them together, but it's more of what consistency that you want. So I start with just a little bit of cornstarch in there, and then start the hair conditioner mixing. Until you get the ball inside, and then you just mix it. Once you get it good and mixed together, it makes a really fun cloud dough. It's really soft, and you can play with it. It doesn't really make a huge mess once it's mixed together on your tables or anything like that. It doesn't leave color or anything else, and it really smells good. You can use any hair conditioner that you have at home. Any of it will work, and just plain cornstarch. So once you get it all mixed together, then they can play with it all day. Put it in a baggie, store it, and it keeps really well too. And that's all I have for today. So have a great day. Bye.
Oh, so this is a silly song, so we get to be silly. What is this? Apples? Oranges?
No, they're watermelon. And I know my friends don't like watermelon, right? Nobody likes watermelon. Oh, you do? Oh, me too. I like watermelon also. What's this? It's a house. That's right, because we all live in houses. Not everybody's looks like that. Some do. So, some of my friends can guess. We have a home and we have watermelon. What song are we going to do? That's right, boys and girls, Down by the Bay. So Miss Leanne has lots, but I'm only going to do a few, okay? Are you ready? So I need some help. You guys got to sing with me. Ready? Down by the bay, where the watermelons grow, back to my home, I dare not go. For if I do, my mother will say, did you ever see a snake sitting in a cake? Down by the bay, down by the bay,
Down by the bay,
where the watermelons grow, back to my home, I dare not go. For if I do, my mother will say, did you ever see a fish washing a dish? Down by the bay. If you ever do, send them to my house, okay? Down by the bay, where the watermelons grow, back to my home, I dare not go. For if I do, my mother will say, did you ever see a bear combing his hair? Down by the bay. That's pretty silly. Ready? Down by the bay, where the watermelons grow, back to my home, I dare not go. For if I do, my mother will say, ready? Did you ever see the moon eating with a spoon? Down by the bay. All right, boys and girls, thank you so much for joining Miss Leanne at the Frfrc for Circle Time. I hope to see you next time. Make sure that you all have very good listening ears for your moms and dads, and I hope very soon I can see you. Love you all. Bye for now.